Ahem. Me. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me move the keyboard. There we go. It's hard to type on the keyboard when I've got it and Roxy both in my lap. Isn't it, Roxy? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Here, loud and clear. Excellent. Excellent. Test your might. Okay. Go ahead and shift. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. The day of fries. Did anyone have some fries today? I didn't have fries today. I had leftover pizza. I made a pizza last night. Stuffed crust pizza. And I only ate about half of it, so I had the other half this morning. I did? You had some fries on this Friday? And, you know when you get stuffed crust pizza, sometimes you, like, tear the crust off, then rip into the crust to pull out the cheese, and just eat the cheese, but leave the torn up crust? I did that. But I fed the torn up crust to Roxy here, so it didn't go to waste. Had leftover cold pizza for breakfast. Fetch. You did not have that for breakfast if you had it cold leftover pizza in the afternoon. It's not breakfast. You can't say that. If it were leftover pizza in the morning, if it were cold leftover pizza in the morning, it'd be breakfast. If it was hot pizza in the afternoon, it could be breakfast. But it can't be cold leftover pizza in the afternoon for breakfast. Was breakfast. Breakfast equals breaking the fast. Look, if we don't set some goddamn boundaries for what is and what is not breakfast, I don't want to live in this world where you can fucking go a full day, eat nothing, then at fucking 11 p.m. have a slice of cake and say, that's my breakfast. If it's the first meal of the day, it's breakfast. No, it's fucking not! There's gotta be a goddamn cutoff somewhere. And this is my line in the sand. You can have leftover pizza for breakfast if it's hot. You can have leftover pizza for breakfast if it's cold. You just can't have leftover pizza for breakfast if it's cold in the afternoon. If you have it cold in the morning, fine. I don't care. If you have it in the afternoon and you at least take the time to warm it up, fine. I don't care. But you can't have it cold in the afternoon for breakfast. Also, Mav lost this argument in poll format. It's not fair. You cheated. You set up that poll. It's always fun to see him so riled about it. It's okay, Mav entitled to his wrong opinion. I'm not wrong. I will end this stream right now before we even get started. I'm not gonna do that. But seriously though, seriously, I had stuffed crust pizza. It was a store-bought stuffed crust pizza. I didn't make it from scratch. I do occasionally make stuff from scratch, but like I'll be clear when I do and don't. So I just bought a store-bought stuffed crust cheese pizza. Well, it was a pepperoni pizza, but like cheese stuffed crust. And as I was eating the pizza, I got half of it ate last night, and I had the other half for breakfast. In fairness, I had it for breakfast cold. I admit I had it cold for breakfast, but I had it before the afternoon. But yeah, I just tore the crust off of the remaining pieces, just dug into them to pull out the cheese. And you can tell a lot when you do that about cheese pizzas, well, stuffed crust pizzas, I mean. You can tell by the consistency of the cheese in the crust how they went about doing the stuffed crust. If you see a lot of breaks in the cheese, for example, you know they just rolled that dough up and put fucking store-bought cheese sticks in there. Just fucking store-bought mozzarella cheese sticks. Because it's got that weird kind of shine that cheese sticks have. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had a cheese stick, how like they take on a shiny kind of vinyl look on the outside. and there's a lot of breaks, so they just took the sticks and they just put them right next to each other, and they rolled up the crust, and they like flash baked the pizza or whatever it is they do, then they flash froze it, and then they shipped it off to save on cost. And look, I'm not criticizing that process if that's what you're gonna do. It's just you can tell when a pizza does that. Personally, if I was gonna make a stuffed crust pizza, I would want fresh mozzarella. Now, that's not to say I never use those cheese sticks for anything. I've made mozzarella stuffed onion rings out of those cheese sticks. But what I do is I rip those cheese sticks in half, and then I put the, like, ripped half on the outside edges so that when I dip it in the batter and then I fry it, the fucking batter skin isn't slipping off that slippery fucking edge of the cheese. Because it takes that, like, very kind of slick consistency, that shiny vinyl consistency. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's play Pokemon. In this Project Pokémon playthrough, we spent the first 10 minutes talking about pizza. I really went off on that one, didn't I? In fairness, though, it's 100% your guys' fault. Hold on, I want to see Porygon pops up again. Porygon! No. Give it one more. Porygon! Nope. Okay. I have not really gotten a good look at Porygon. Fuck, I pressed A and I'm supposed to press B every fucking time. How many fucking sessions have I done with this game where I'm like, B is A, B is A, B is A, and yet every fucking time I forget. Because my brain just goes to, you're holding an Xbox controller, the A button is here. Okay. We got everyone in our 30s, so I think we can go ahead and take on Sabrina today. I want to try and get 3 gyms done today. I want to take on Sabrina, I want to take on Koga, and if we have enough time by the end, I want to take on Blaine. We don't have to do anything else to fight Sabrina and Koga. We can just go do their gyms, but after that, we gotta surf all the way to Cinnabar Island, then do all that Poke-Mansion stuff to find the key. Are you gonna beat the game today? Probably don't have enough time today. But if I can get through the next 3 gyms, then on the next session I can beat Giovanni, get through fucking Victory Road, and possibly take on the Elite Four. So maybe 2 more left. But I do have to grab a couple of things. For example, I need to pick up some TMs for Hello Nurse, including Thunder, which is at the power plant. Because we have Psychic. Bubble Beam's just kind of a temporary placeholder. I want her to have Psychic, Thunder, Blizzard, and maybe Fire Blast. If I plan on getting rid of Minimize, which I might not. If I don't get rid of Minimize, we'll keep Minimize and just have Psychic, Thunder, and Blizzard. So I have to go to the power plant to get Thunder. I believe I have to go to Seafoam Islands to get Blizzard. So, potentially 2 minimum, 3 maximum more streams of this game. Oh, right, I also have to take on the fighting type gym here. I should do that first, since I've got Hello Nurse to have Psychic. She can take on them pretty quickly and get herself some more experience. Both gyms are up here. By the way, I've already mentioned this to Raven, but I've had an idea for what I'm gonna do in one of my Gen 3 playthroughs of Leaf Green, most likely, because that'll be the very last one. In Gen 3, you can breed an Abra that knows all the elemental punch moves. Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. And in that generation, they're still considered special moves, because the special split doesn't come until Gen 4. So, if I get a Hitmonchan and get it to level, I think it was 26, and you get it at 25, so I only need to get one level up out of it, he'll learn all the punch moves. And I say he because Hitmonchan is always male, so I need to catch a female Abra and breed it with that male Hitmonchan to get an Abra with all those 3 moves, and then trade it to Leaf Green, and I'm going to use that on my team in Leaf Green, and that's my first real decision for Gen 3 games. I think that'll be really good, because Alakazam, having access to Fire, Ice, and Thunder moves, plus Psychic, will be extremely powerful. Just remember the Gen 3 remix, the breeding daycare is in the Sevi Isles. I know, but I can breed it in red. Like, I don't start Leaf Green until I do red. So, I catch a female Abra in red, I get the Hitmonchan from this gym, I get the Hitmonchan 1 level, teach it all the punch moves, and I breed those suckers on the Sevi Isles. And then I can trade that to Leaf Green. Obviously, I'll have to trade it again to evolve it, but I'll just trade it back to red and then trade it back to Leaf Green. So we catch it in Fire Red, or rather, we breed it in Fire Red, then trade it to Leaf Green, then when it needs to evolve to Alakazam, we trade it back to Fire Red, then send it back to Leaf Green. Easy peasy. I don't think we're gonna get through all these guys in one go, because I don't have that many casts of Psychic. I think I grabbed Hitmonlee in red, so I'll grab Hitmonchan here in blue. I know every game I've given its own sort of unique win condition. The most complicated win condition so far is probably for the Colosseum games. That would be Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, which I just call Colosseum 2. Mav, I left home in gold and didn't talk to my mom. She called me and made me feel bad about it. As she should have. Always say bye to your mom. Yeah, for the win condition in Colosseum is a little complicated because those games are a little different. So, the win condition for the Colosseum games, you have to catch all the Shadow Pokemon. Doesn't matter if you plan on using them, you gotta catch them all, purify all the Shadow Pokemon, take on the Mount Battle Challenge, there was some other stuff too. Catch and purify all the Shadow Pokemon, beat the Mount Battle Challenge, obviously beating the story. Oh, there was like a third thing and I'm forgetting. If I remember it, I'll say it later. We got plenty of time before we get there. That's a Gen 3 game. Do we have to beat the Battle Tower 3 times so we get all Gen 2 starters? No, we only have to beat it once, but we do have to beat it from start to finish. No, like, because I think you can, like, start it and then, like, pick up where you left off. It has to be at least one time all the way through. We can go through it to, like, train as much as we want, but we have to go through it from beginning to end at least one time. If you want to get all 3 Gen 2 starters, be my guest, but that's not part of the win condition. But you have to catch all the Shadow Pokemon and purify them. That one's important, too. Oh, right! There's like, Colosseums that you can do, and you have to do them multiple times. You have to, like, beat the Colosseums, I believe it's 3 times each to get all the rewards, so each Colosseum has to be beat 3 times. I think that was it. Yes. Yes, that was it. So, have to catch and purify all the Shadow Pokemon, beat the Mount Battle Challenge from beginning to end at least once, and complete each Colosseum 3 times. Because that's how you get all the rewards from them. I figured those games are kind of different, so they need some slightly different win conditions. Ooh, hydrate. Hi, bear. Let me grab my water bottle and my cup. Cheers. Thank you. Hey, Mav and Raven. Wait, can I call the both of you Mav and Rav? Well, I mean, I'm Maverick, but Raven would just be Rave, so it'd be Mav and Rave, which doesn't rhyme. I mean, you could go with M-A-V-E, because that's also part of mine, but then it'd be Mave and Rave, and that also doesn't work, because that's also not accurate. I mean, you can do it, obviously, I don't care. But phonetically, they don't cross over as much as it looks like they do. It would be cool. Wait, do I get anything from you? Okay, I do not. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I kind of blasted through the early sections of this game. Maven and Raverick. Maven is the name of a former wrestler. This is the Mart, not the Pokemon Center. Maven, he doesn't wrestle anymore, but he does put out a lot of wrestling videos. Sometimes he has interesting stuff to say, but he also sometimes, in my personal opinion, comes across as feeling like he thinks he's better than he was. And, like, I get that his career ran afoul of, like, the higher-ups, so that wasn't really fair to him. But it's also undeniable that he did not accomplish much in his wrestling career, at least in the WWE. And sometimes he talks like that's not the case. I don't necessarily dislike him, but sometimes he feels a little bit conceited. Complete side note, Black Veil Brides releases an album today, and Andy Black is still hot. I'm gonna be honest with you. With a handful of very rare exceptions, I'm not much of an artist follower for music. So, I probably know some Black Veil Bride songs, but, like, I'd have to be reminded that those are their songs. I certainly don't know them well enough to know who Andy Black is. I'm assuming that's their lead singer. Is that where they get the black from Black Veil Brides? Do they also have Steve Vale and Jimmy Brides? Probably not the case. Lead singer, yeah. Figured as much. Yeah, I just like individual music. Like, I don't go out of my way to listen to everything a particular band puts out. I just find music I like, and I listen to it 5 billion times. Occasionally, because I listen to it so much, I'll get recommended other stuff by the band, but, like, I'm not much of a band follower. There are rare exceptions. I really, really like Linkin Park. But, like, my musical style or, I guess musical taste, because I'm not... I guess I am kind of a musician, actually, because I've done song covers. But I'm not, like, a good musician, like an actual professional musician. What was I saying? Right. My musical taste is very eclectic and kind of all over the place. You see, I'm real picky about my men. Okay, pretty sure I picked Hitmonlee in the last one. I think I named it Bruce because of Bruce Lee. So I think we're gonna pick Hitmonchan and we'll name him Jackie. Like Jackie Chan. Yes, I know those are the actual jokes of their name, but, I mean, fuck it, who cares? I didn't plan on using either one of them. I think Jackie Chan spells his name like this. I don't think he spells it with a Y. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but in case I'm wrong... Well, who fucking cares? Alright. Here's hoping we can get through this relatively quickly. Jackie Chan does music? Yeah, I know. He was also, like... Didn't he do one of the Chinese, like, dubs for a Disney movie in, like, Mulan or something? I don't know if he was the voice of the entire character, but I'm pretty sure, like, in the Mulan song... Oh, fuck. The one that Shang does. What it's called? There's a Chinese opera singer? Yeah, Shang? Yeah, it's Shang. I don't remember if he, like, actually voices him in the entire movie or if he just does that one song. Him singing the word skibbity last year was not on my bingo card. I didn't hear that. Hit me now, jerk. Hi, Ein! By the way, how you doing? He's a song titled Skibbity. I probably won't listen to it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jackie Chan did that cover of the Disney song. Like, the official dubbed version of it. I don't know if he plays the character in the entire movie, but I'm pretty sure he did at least the song. The official Japanese cover of... Not Japanese, Chinese cover of the song. That would have been incredibly racist of me to say, to confuse Japanese and Chinese. Chilling and making breakfast. How goes it, Mav? Well, we're taking on Sabrina, the 5th gym in this game. Then we want to take on Koga, the 6th gym. And then, if there's time, I want to get the 7th gym done. So I want to try and take on 3 gyms today. That's more gym than a hillbilly convention. I can say that. I'm from West Virginia. Hi, my name's Jim Bob. My name's Billy Jim, and I'm Billy Bob Jimbo. What are you having for breakfast, Ein? Don't say cold leftover pizza. Have you met the mountain mama? I mean, I have a mountain mama. Wait, is Hello Nurse a rabbit Pokemon? Technically, she's a Chansey. But it's a reference to Animaniacs and the fact that Chansey is always, like, working with Nurse Joy in the anime. So, she's Hello Nurse. Hello Nurse! It's an Animaniacs reference. Can I use minimize again? Okay, good. I can. It's not just like a one and done in this generation. Ah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. I didn't realize it was Chansey, but I see. Yeah, she looks small because I used minimize. Also, this is Gen 1, so some of the sprites look different because the anime hadn't come out yet, so the looks hadn't been fully finalized. That's the one I came through. Yeah, I know power alone isn't enough. Making some lentils and black beans for a somewhat DIY burrito. Ooh. I made tacos earlier this week for Cinco de Mayo, which was also a Tuesday, so it was Taco Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo. Which I thought was the best time ever to eat tacos. And I had some beans in there, because I like... Some people say that it's blasphemous to put beans in your tacos, and that makes it a burrito. I say it's fine. Then again, some people also say it's blasphemous to put beans in chili, and I always put beans in my chili when I make it. Oh, snap. Get a shot tequila or mezcal, and then it's a party. I'm not much of a drinker. I have very low alcohol tolerance, and I don't particularly care for the taste of alcohol in general. So, no way could I handle tequila. You're just not gonna hit me, fool! Man, is Double Slap the only attack move you know? No, he used Confusion. So he's got Light Screen, Barrier, Double Slap, and Confusion. And Confusion hits! But thankfully, in Generation 1, Chansey's special stat is really, really high. Of course, her special defense will also stay very high, but after they split it into special attack and special defense, her attack will be very low, but her defense will stay high. But in this generation, since they're the same thing, she's got high attack and high defense. Fair enough, I've been sober for 4 months now, but yeah, life's too short to not enjoy food how you like to enjoy it. I don't think I have strong opinions about food most of the time, but I do occasionally have opinions on what is and is not considered breakfast, as chat witnessed earlier this stream. But of course, don't be doing that shit in front of Grandma. Well, my grandmas are... Well, one of my grandmas is dead. Although, the grandma that's left is probably the one that would be most pissed if she saw me doing that shit. She loved making Mexican food, and she was very adamant about how it was to be made. She wasn't Mexican, but she really loved to make Mexican food, and she followed very strict rules about it. Of course, she was pretty strict about all food, not just Mexican food. Okay. I'm alive! Hi, Gran! Congratulations on being alive! Staying alive, staying alive. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud and women warm, I've been kicked around since I was born. Well, it's alright, that's okay, I can look the other way and think it's time to understand the New York Times effect on man. Whether you're a mother or whether you're a brother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Damn it, this is the one I should have Chansey on. Fucking use Psychic on them and then none of their ghost moves can hit. I'm very sick, but I still made it to my event today. Oof. Not fun being sick, but it's very stressful because of the amount of military generals there. Dude, the amount of military generals that have to be in a particular place for me to be, like, stressed about it is one. If I am in a place with even one military general, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is stressful. I think there was at least 4. Like, I don't even care if it's just someplace simple that he's just there for a hot second. Like if we're just waiting in line at fucking McDonald's or something. If there's a military general in the same room as me, I'm gonna be stressing about it. Okay, go heal up Chansey. Get her PP back up. Do I have, like, potions? Super potions. Max potions. Hyper potion. I got 1 max potion, 1 hyper potion. Handful of super potions. No regular potions. Which is fine. But I might want to grab just a couple more for the actual boss fight with Sabrina. I didn't do any grinding in this game, so some of these fights we might end up a little underleveled for. Alright, we'll buy like 3 of these. There we go. They couldn't send other high-ranking officers like a major or colonel, just straight-up generals. Ah, music keeps getting a little crunchy. I know both of my younger siblings entered their ROTC programs, or ROTC if you prefer, I don't know. So, yeah, either way. My sister, she was like in the military band thing. And I forget what my like younger brother did. Neither one of them like stuck around much after they graduated high school. Mav, am I going to get my first gym badge before you beat Sabrina? Probably. Sabrina's fucking gym is a goddamn maze. And I gotta dip in and out of this shit because there's all these assholes with no obvious weaknesses in this generation. Alright. We went up. And then we went down. So now we'll go this way. It's not like I looked up the correct path to take, because that would be cheating. It wouldn't have been. It would not have been cheating at all. I just didn't look up the correct path to take. And you're playing gold where your first gym battle is Faulkner. Fucking... Is it cheating if you have a good memory? No, it wouldn't have even been cheating if you'd looked it up. Like, I could look it up now and it wouldn't be cheating, really. It'd just be using a guide to help me get through this a little faster, but I'm not going to. Like, Faulkner has maybe 2 Pokemon and they're bird types. And you most likely have a Geodude by that point, so... you're gonna fucking crush him. We all know that once you get in Sabrina's gym, you go up and down on whatever side you're on and you reach Sabrina. Do we all know that? Because that's not what I'm doing, baby. How dare you lick me without consent? Also, what do you consider a breakfast food, Mav? Listen, I talked about this earlier in stream. I think pizza for breakfast is fine. I had pizza for breakfast today. I think cold pizza for breakfast is fine. I think if you have pizza for breakfast in the afternoon, it's fine if you heat it up first. But if you have cold leftover pizza in the afternoon, that is no longer breakfast. Mav, help. He hit me with a super effective move. A mud slap. Oh no! Sabrina Carpenter? No. Sabrina of Saffron City. Food that breaks your... Shut up! Tired of you guys all ganging up on me. Stop using technical definitions like that. It's not what it is, alright? There has to be a cutoff somewhere. Mud Slap doesn't do a lot of damage, but I think it can lower your accuracy. I don't remember if it's a guaranteed thing, though. It's easy when you're wrong. I'm not wrong! If we don't have some sort of boundary for breakfast, then what is to stop some motherfucker from eating ice cream at 11 p.m. and saying, this is my breakfast, because they didn't have anything else to eat that day? Would you really be okay with that situation? Because that is what your argument is allowing. I know a big word, but it deals with, bad prescriptions. I mean, is it relevant to the situation, or did you just want to share it? God damn it. Oh, come on! I know Nightshade does level-based damage, but it shouldn't work on Chansey. She's a normal type! Call me out like that, Mav? I don't consider myself a high-strung person, but I have very strong feelings about this one particular issue. No, but you said big words, and it was the first word that came to my mind. Did I say big words? I've already forgotten. Fucking damn. Piss water. Hey, pancakes are my go-to are basically everything. I'm not saying you can't have pancakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's not my whole bag here. My bag is that if you're gonna have pizza for breakfast, it either needs to be in the morning, or if it's gonna be in the afternoon, you need to fucking have the wherewithal to heat that shit up. You can't have it for cold in the afternoon for breakfast. Take away any one of these categories and it's fine, but throw them all together and it's not breakfast no more. God damn it, this fucking Haunter. Why couldn't I have knocked it out in one hit? Don't. I'm already confused, asshole. Don't hit yourself. We just need to have some fucking breakfast rules. So hot pizza is breakfast even if it's afternoon? Yes. Yes. Hot pizza can be breakfast in the afternoon. Cold pizza cannot be. I will die on this fucking hill. And most probably likely take all of you assholes with me. Hi, Vanti! Sorry you came in just as I was calling everyone assholes. Alright, I already fought this guy. I didn't fight this one yet. Please help us convince Mav he is wrong about pizza. I don't care how many people you get to argue against me. I'm not changing my mind about this. Cold pizza is still breakfast. It can be in the morning, around breakfast time. But if it's cold pizza in the afternoon, then it's not breakfast. What if you just woke up and are too lazy to warm up the pizza? Well, that sounds like a skill issue. This is my argument, Vantai. If you eat cold leftover pizza in the afternoon, that is not breakfast. You cannot consider that breakfast. If you eat cold pizza in the morning as breakfast, fine. If you have pizza in the afternoon and you warm it up and that you call that breakfast, I'm fine with it if it's the first thing you ate today. But if you can't put forth the minimum required effort to warm your pizza up in the afternoon and it's your first meal, you still can't call it breakfast. It's just a very late, very cold lunch. What if you work overnight and you don't wake up till 5 p.m.? That's lunch, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being on my side. I don't care what time you wake up. If you wake up at 5 p.m., then your first meal of the day can still be breakfast. Just not cold leftover pizza. So a graveyard shift guy. Look, if you don't have the wherewithal to have something hot for breakfast, that's on you. But don't call it breakfast. Does no one else consider it lunch? You are the first person ever who has agreed with me on this, Vantai. Literally in my entire life. I am? Yes! Everyone else has agreed that as long as it is your first meal, it is therefore breaking the fast, and is therefore breakfast. I think there should be a bit more rules to it. That way we have some kind of consistency with what we can and cannot consider breakfast. Breakfast in the afternoon should be hot and not cold, but in the morning, breakfast can be hot or cold. Yes. For example, cereal, cold. Breakfast in the morning. Pancakes, usually pretty warm, hot. Those are also good breakfast. Temperature is only dependent when time is also a factor. But if it's at 5 p.m., it's lunch/early dinner. Thank you. I agree with that. Dude, I haven't hit you yet. Stop trying to recover. Temperature is not like... It's like the number 3 factor in terms of what is and is not breakfast. What about cereal in the afternoon? Are you saying I should have oatmeal instead? No! Eat cereal whenever you want to eat goddamn cereal. That's not at all a factor here. We've been betrayed? In what regard? Nav does not like the night shifters having their cold pizza when they wake up. Listen, if you don't have the fucking wherewithal to at least heat your leftover pizza up, then you do not deserve to call it breakfast. Okay? If you can't take 1 minute to throw that shit in a microwave or something, you don't deserve to call it breakfast. I'm the type of person, if I have a meal at a specific time, no matter what it is, it's one of those 3 categories, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I can have chicken Alfredo hot at 8 a.m., that is breakfast to me. I agree. If you have it at 8 a.m., it's your first meal a day, that's breakfast. You can have basically anything for breakfast, as long as you have it around breakfast time. You can have anything for breakfast as long as it's not cold leftovers after 12. Okay, I think that's Sabrina. I think it's funny that when I get off of work, we say, see you tonight instead of see you tomorrow. Well, I guess technically if it's after 12 p.m. and you get off and you come back to work before the clock changes time again, then yeah, that is accurate. It is pretty funny. It's like when you, on the last day of the year, when you're saying bye to people, you say, see you next year, even though it'll just be like a couple of hours before you see them again. That's an Auntie Donna sketch, if anyone's not familiar with Auntie Donna. They're, an Australian comedy troupe. Oh, head pats. Let me get those going. As you can tell, Vantai, I have very strong opinions on this one particular matter. I don't consider myself very high maintenance when it comes to food, but this is like my one hot button issue. And literally everyone in the world disagrees with me, besides you. Any other food? Is it just the cold pizza? It's like cold leftovers after 12. You want to have leftovers for breakfast, fine, but heat that shit up. Or have it in the morning. If you're gonna have it after 12 and you're not gonna bother to heat it up, it's not breakfast. I actually did mean to switch out, but I got so caught up on fucking breakfast. Probably should have went to heal first, like at the actual Pokemon Center. There, now my defense is up, so your double slap won't hit very hard. Yeah, I know, you got barrier up. You already put up light screen, dickhead. I think we'll eventually replace Takedown with, like, Swift or something. Okay, got a critical hit. That's why I did so much. I was like, there's no way Mr. Mime is that powerful. Venomoth. We'll go ahead and hit it with Drill Peck. I don't know if we'll one-shot it. Oh, so fucking close. My mom sent me to a super potion. My mom sent me a super potion before Union Cave. Guess my mom in gold loves me. Hey, if you're lucky, she'll send you some evolution stones, because I think that's the only way you can get some of them. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. That's why I did this. Critical hit! Alright, Alakazam time, bitches! Time to send in Hello Nurse! I don't expect to beat her Alakazam with Hello Nurse, but I expect to kick his ass a lot. Dude, really? You're gonna waste a turn recovering when you're not even missing any HP? That just gives me a free minimize, which is gonna make all your attacks have a little harder time to hit. Ah! The reflect! They should put a fucking strobe warning on that shit. And to think, your mom did that even though you didn't say goodbye to her, Raven. You just fucking bounced without saying goodbye to your mother. There we go. 3 minimizes. That should put my evasion very high. Now we're gonna use one of those hyper potions I bought to top Hello Nurse off, because she's got very high amounts of HP, and we want to keep her there. Alright, we'll use every psychic we got first to see if we can lower your special, because that'll make you hit less hard and also take more damage from our psychics. Yeah, waste your recovers. How many of those you even got? 5? Or wait, do enemies in Gen 1 not actually have a limit to amount of their moves? Do enemy AI not have PP? Which is a lot of letters, but... in Gen 1... Gen 1 doesn't track enemy PP, by the way, so they have infinite of... Yay! That's... fucking bullshit is what that is! 'Cause of that, right there! Look how much he fucking recovered! Yay! Love that! Oh! Yay! I'm sorry, what? So we can just keep infinitely recovering, like an asshole. Okay, speed fell. I don't think I can outspeed him yet, but yeah, I knew he was gonna recover. Maybe if his speed falls some more! That sounds like... hell, excuse my language. Oh, how dare you use such strong language in my very safe-for-work streams where I never swear ever. Yay! Okay, we beat Sabrina. It only took an hour. Mostly to, you know, get through here. Hello Nurse will also be very useful. Okay, now we can trade up to level 70, which means that essentially any Pokemon I trade... we'll just toss this one. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I can buy more X accuracies later. I need to manage my items again. Gosh golly. Yeah, I'm like Flanders. There we go. Thigh wave! Now I just need to get out of here. I don't have antidotes on me, do I? No I don't. But I need to organize my items a bit. Supposedly this will get me out of here eventually. Hey, it worked! Right, now we fly straight to Fuchsia. We can take on gym number 2. We can get through it quickly, then get through the Pokemon Mansion quickly. We can try and take on Blaine. If we can't get Blaine done today, then we're probably not gonna finish this in 2 more streams. We'll probably need 3. Because we'll probably have to do Blaine and Giovanni in 1 stream. Maybe take on the bird so I can get those TMs for Hello Nurse. By the way, guys, I should mention it more, but we have an official date for our karaoke stream set for this month. we have decided that we will have a karaoke stream that we got to from the donation goals on the 25th of this month. So if anyone wants to... Raven, can you kill the spot? If anyone wants to show up for the karaoke stream, it'll be on Monday on the 25th. And if you want to have any requests for me, you can either DM me a link to the karaoke version of a song on Discord, or you can post it in the karaoke suggestions channel in our community Discord. We have a date? Yes, that's how days work. If you set a special event for a particular day, that is a date. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late. That's right, this guy uses mostly psychic types. Like, a lot of these people in this gym are psychic types for some reason. You're gonna show me how strategy can beat brute strength? I'm using a fucking Chansey. You think Chansey is about brute strength? Kinda looks like he's stepping on the L's in Hello Nurse's name. Ow, that hurt. If he can outspeed me, not ideal. Alright, that's 2 minimizes to really try and evade his shit. And we're gonna hit him with some bubble beams to slow him down. Hopefully. Fingers crossed that it slows him down. That one didn't, but maybe the next one will. Because we do not want to get hit by Psychic. Even if we have a high special stat, it can lower our special stat. Special stat? What am I, the fucking Swedish chef? I love having Swift before the second gym. Oh, you gotta be using Furret, right? Or is it still, Centric? Helps deal with all that sand attack you gotta deal with in the early games. Like, the gimmick to this level is supposed to be that it has invisible walls. I don't know how well you guys can see them, but I can straight up see where the walls are in this place. Nope, it's a TM you can pick up. Oh! I'm pretty sure that Centric can learn it naturally, though, right? I gotta learn where Swift is. I'm pretty sure I want to teach that to my Firo. So I'll have to just look up where that particular TM is. In this game, obviously. You can get it that early, I'm sure I'll find it fairly soon. Unless it's in that one, like, dark cave you're not really supposed to go through yet. How fucking dare you poison me? I'm gonna have to go leave and heal that. Yeah, I didn't expect a lot of that, but I wanted to see. On the second floor of Union Cave in Gen 2. Right, is that the dark one that you need, like, Flash to really navigate well, but you can still go through it? I forget the names of the places. No, that's Dark Cave you're thinking of? Oh, okay. It's just straight up called Dark Cave? Oh, God. I love imagining the fucking committee that was formed to name this place. Like, what do we call this Dark Cave? Let's just call it Dark Cave and go home. Bet! Swift is in Gen 1 is in Silph.Co. Then I might have missed it. I might have missed it. Unless I did pick it up. But I think I must have missed it. Fucking bullshit recovery. You know, if you beat my Chansey, it's only because she's poisoned. And because you keep fucking... Okay. Or you keep pulling your Pokemon out. It's TM39. I'll have to look through my inventory to see if I have it. Probably also check my computer too. You have to talk to a researcher. Oh, that might be why I probably didn't find it then. Stop, you fucking juggler! I know you're a juggler, but stop juggling your Pokeballs! Alright, I can't use Pickle and Vantine because they are weak to Psychic. Alright, first let's paralyze your ass. Maybe you'll lose some actions, but it'll definitely slow the fuck down. Ah! Can't recover from that one, can ya, dick? And you're out. I love Furret as a Gen 2 Pokemon. Like, when I first played Pokemon Gold on the original Game Boy Color, I had a Furret on my team from beginning to end. Because I was dumb. I ditched my starter, Totodile, but I fucking kept that Furret on my team the whole ass time. It wasn't a smart move, for sure. But, it's what I did, and I still love Furret to this day. Perhaps not the best Pokemon, but I liked it. Ah! I meant to put all three of those in there. Furret Walk is peak cinema. Okay, we're gonna put the Ethers away. We'll probably need them for the Pokemon League. When we fight the Elite Four, since we gotta fight all fucking four of them. We'll run out of some PP for some of our higher hitting moves. 46 has gotta be Psywave. We're not gonna bother with it. This was self-destruct. Hey! I'm not done. We don't need this card key anymore. We still haven't woken up the Snorlax on that one side of the bridge, so I guess we can still hold on to the Pokeflute. we got Earthquake on Pickle. So once we actually start fighting some poison types in this damn gym, she can get some play.
Hold on. I know nobody redeemed it, but I gotta stretch. Ugh.
Hey, there's one. But since you started on Hello Nurse, we'll have her hit you with Psychic. Use the poison type, Sand Slash. No. But we'll bring in Vantai. We haven't had the chance to use Vantai today. Fun fact, Bugsy is the person who invented Fury Cutter. Really? Fury Cutter's not a good move, but it's the best bug-type move you get until, like, Gen 4 when they introduce X-Scissor. I mean, I think they have Mega Horn in Gen 2, but that's, like, a pretty rare move. And the only bug-type that might even get it is Pinsir. So, that's what he said when I beat his ass. Man, all these guys look the fucking same. How am I supposed to know who's a psychic, a juggler, a tamer? Master Koga comes from a long line of ninjas. What did you descend from? From your mom's stairs last night? How about that? Talking about what I descended from. Ow. That didn't hurt. Ah, no poison. Chansey's like our highest level Pokemon now. Defense Curl. Nah, we'll keep Minimize. It's a much better move. We can't pair it with Rollout yet, so... Hypno? Why are there so many Psychic types in this Poison Gym? It's not like Gen 1 wasn't lousy with Poison types! It's the most common type in the generation! Just narrowly beating out water types! Granted, yes, a lot of those poison types are also grass types, but I mean, come the fuck on! You didn't need to use the same 3 psychic types over and over again in the Poison Gym! You weren't hurting for choices! You dropped your balls, didn't you, Juggler? Ha! I remembered what he said from the first game, so I can't take credit for that just working out perfectly. I knew what he was about to say. Right. I'm banking on this guy being a tamer, so he has poison type, so we can use Pickle some, because we fucking finally have Earthquake. Are invisible walls have you frustrated? No, they're not invisible! I can clearly see them! Yes, he is a tamer. Shit. He didn't use that poison type. It's still not a poison type! I mean, I think it can get access to Poison Sting, but like... Still not a poison type! Ha, you're paralyzed. You bitch. Okay, cool. This one might be a one-hit KO. Earthquake is pretty damn strong. Yeah, it was a critical hit anyway. Alright, I don't have any antidotes. That was dumb of me to not buy any antidotes while I was gonna go challenge the poison gym. Okay, that's Koga. So let's just go out and heal and come back and fight Koga. Took a lot less time to fight Koga than it did to fight Sabrina. Although, in fairness, I spent the first, I don't know, 15... spent the first 10 minutes of stream arguing about pizza. And then, like, maybe another 15 minutes on the fighting type gym. Then I did Sabrina, so... While the whole Sabrina thing was like the first hour, not all of it was on Sabrina. You guys got on my case about pizza today, and it distracted me multiple times. But I should probably buy some antidotes. I don't have cut on anyone, though, do I? No, okay, I do. It's like, I know I got cut, but did I actually teach it anyone? I did. Put it on Vantai, because Victory Bell has a surprisingly high attack stat. So it can actually do some decent physical damage. I guess full heals are as good as antidotes. Do. Okay, lead with Chansey. He should have plenty of poison types. They should be weak to Psychic. I believe his last one is Venomoth, or at least that's his biggest leveled one. We can easily take that one down with Pickle, with either a combination of Earthquake or the Rock Slide move. Whichever, Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, Rock Throw, Rock Potato. They're all the same fucking move. It's always Rock something. I'm surprised there's not a Pokemon move named Rock Lobster. It'd be the perfect move for Cloth, a Gen 9 Pokemon who is a Rock Crab. A straight-up Rock Crab, which is close to a Rock Lobster, but according to evolution, crabs are better than lobsters, so it's like the evolved form of a Rock Lobster. I forgot I had Pickle in the front. That's okay. Get a little experience on Whitney here. Oh, I'm gonna fucking mirror move that shit. Yeah, now what? Like I was gonna use Fly after you used... Oh, it failed. Yeah, now I got 2 minimizes. You do and I do. Ow. Yeah, I figured I was gonna miss. Okay, so we know it's got Minimize, Sludge, Poison Gas, and... what was the other? We've seen all 4 of its moves at this point. Disable, that was it. Didn't even use takedown. Just gonna focus on drill peck. Alright, get that poison off. Hopefully we dodge this next attack. Use a hyper potion. Fun fact, the only two moves Pineco knows until level 15 are Protect and Self-Destruct. Ow! Oh, but Pineco, or eventually Forretress, I should say, once it evolves and gains the Steel typing, can be a very effective tank Pokemon if you can set it up properly. Yes, 2 drill picks in a row. Another coughing. We'll go with Pickle. He's still the lowest level. Just want to make sure I'm using everyone properly so they all get levels. What level do you catch Pineco at? Yeah, but you encounter Pineco... Okay, so you immediately answered my question as soon as I asked it. So that's 5 levels where you basically have to switch in with it if you want it to gain any experience. Wheezing, so he didn't even have a Venomoth? I thought for sure he had a Venomoth. Hey look, our levels are inverse of each other. 43 and 34. Fuck you! Fuck you! You used self-destruct on your last Pokemon? You are a son of a bitch! You fucking prick. Only in yellow. You'd think I would have remembered that. All you did was deny me the experience of your last kill, asshole. What kind of a fucking prick uses self-destruct on their last Pokemon? That's bullshit. I'm actually so mad at that. Oh. Garbage, man. That's garbage. Easy Jim. Cut, body slam, razor leaf, sleep powder. All good moves. None I want to replace with toxic, sadly. Anyone can learn toxic, though, so we don't necessarily have to put it on body slam. We could replace growl with toxic. I do like toxic. It's a good move. Yeah, we replace growl with toxic. Let Pickle have it. She deserves it after what that fucking wheezing did. Alright, cool. Now we can surf in the real world. So we can go straight to Cinnabar. We're gonna put our 2V in the lead to get there. Nope. First, we need to go heal up Pickle. There will still be plenty of Pokemon, even if I fly to Pallet Town and take the short way. Because there's swimming trainers and wild Pokemon, and that just helps us get there a little bit faster. 2V can deal with anything. So could Vantai, but most likely what we'll encounter would be Tentacools, and they take more damage from electric than they do grass-type moves. Do I even have strength yet? I don't think I do. I should go get that first. You get Surf from the Safari Zone. You also get Strength from the Safari Zone. I know you get it here in Fuchsia. No, you gotta give that guy his teeth, and I don't think I picked up his teeth yet. So I guess we gotta go back to the Safari Zone so I can get Strength. And we'll probably give that to Pickle as well, and replace Body Slam with it. Body Slam's a good move! It can paralyze, but we need Strength. The teeth were right by the house you get Surf from. Okay. I think I can get there faster by using Surf, so it shouldn't take as long. Yes, I know. I was here 5 million times trying to catch that Chansey. Alright? I didn't pick up any of the items, though. I remember at least one item here was the Head Bash TM, but I don't remember what else was in the Safari Zone. What all other items. I don't even think I picked up all the items in red, to be perfectly honest. The items in the guy's house is a rare candy. Well, I should pick that up. I'm not wasting time on you. I'm sorry, Execute. Maybe in yellow we'll pick you up. Wrong way. A nugget, which I can sell for money, but I should be careful about picking stuff up because I don't know how much space I have left. I need enough space to hold on to that guy's teeth. Where am I? Gen 2, you can buy the 3 elemental punches for 3k each, by the way. I did know that, actually. I very much plan to do that. In pretty much every game. Because the punch moves are very powerful. Granted, it'll have to wait until post-game for the first one. Well, post-game. It's until after I beat the Elite Four for the first time. This is not his teeth, right? No, but it's something I already have on me. Is it this one? I don't remember if any of these people have the teeth or if I just find them. Because I'm pretty sure you buy them in Celadon. Which means you have to get to the Kanto region before you can use them. But since the end game of the Gen 2 games is the battle with Red, that's totally on the card. The punches, they're in Goldenrod. Really? They're that early? I thought for sure you wouldn't be able to get them until the Kanto region. They give you them that early? That makes a lot of things a lot easier for me. Yep, before Whitney. That's expensive before Whitney, but shit, that's great news. Pretty much every team I've planned on running was probably gonna run with at least 1 or 2 of the punch moves. Like I said, I've only made, like, general ideas, so I didn't have anything concrete yet. But, like, I wanted to have Ice Punch, generally speaking, as one of my moves on Pokemon because, you know, Ice-type moves are very useful to have, thanks to all the fucking Dragon types! And to be clear, there's actually not that many dragon types, but we have to fight 2 different dragon type specialists. One of them has the extremely annoying to deal with Kingdra. TM40, which one was that? Skull Bash. Hey, that was the one I said. We're not gonna teach anyone Skull Bash. Pretty sure that's a 2-turn move, and, might be more powerful than Bite, but I don't want to spend 2 turns charging that shit up. When I could just use Bite twice and hit hard, and it doesn't boost defense. We confirmed that in this generation, it doesn't boost defense. If it had, maybe I would have considered it. But since it don't, not considering it. Shit, getting access to the punch moves in Goldenrod? That's almost broken, man. I thought for sure you'd have to wait until Kanto for that. Oh, that's gonna be off the charts insane. It's been a while since I played Heart Gold, the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2. But I'm assuming they changed that, right? So you don't have access to those moves quite as early? Hey, it's Venonat. Have we caught a Venonat yet? We'll just throw a ball at you until you run away or I catch you. And it ran. Since I gotta use up all my remaining time anyway. You know, if I had swapped out my choice of Clefairy for... If I had chosen to swap out my choice of Chansey with Clefairy and then evolve it into a Clefable, that would have meant I would have had 2 Pokemon on my team who evolved via Moonstone. And wouldn't that have been funny? I don't even think I've seen a fucking Pinsir. I've seen, like, a bunch of Chanseys, but no Pinsirs. They do change the TMs in Gen 4 to things like Thunder and other moves. Those make a little bit more sense. They're probably super expensive, but they have the downside of being low accuracy. But at least in the Gen 2 games, getting them that early is really good. Like, even if they're 3K each, which can be pretty expensive in the early game, they're well worth it. Alright, we're about to run out. Carbos. I think that's defense? No, defense has got to be iron. Carbos is special? So... Speed. Yeah. I never fucking remember, man. And since they don't have item descriptions yet... Okay, I got the teeth. That's all I needed. You can buy Focus Blast before Whitney, though. Focus Blast requires you to not get hit so you can use it, though. Carbos' speed. Yes, thank you. I did, in fact, realize that. I realized you probably typed as fast as you could. It just wasn't fast enough. Wrong move? Oh, Focus Blast, not Focus Punch. Sorry, they're both focus moves. Focus Blast is special, right? Focus Punch is physical. The Focus Blast is powerful. It's gotta have a drawback, though. I'm guessing low accuracy or low PP or possibly both. Oh, shit, where am I going? I gotta give that guy his teeth. That way I can get strength. It's special, and it's similar to Thunder in terms of accuracy and power. So very powerful. And getting them to use against Whitney would be very useful. I think you can probably put it on, Geodude. In terms of fighting type Pokemon, I think you can either catch Mankey or Machop. It's also 5.5k. So yeah, pretty expensive. No. I could put it on Coral Reefer and replace Bite, but we'll give it to Pickle. Listen, water types are gonna have a hard time as sort of HM mules for the remaining generations, because we're gonna have to at least have Surf and Waterfall on most of our water types going forward. So we don't want to burden them down with all HM moves this early in when they're pretty much gonna have to anyway. And there's a small part of me that for at least one of the Gen 3 games wants to use a Pelipper just to get Surf and Fly on the same Pokemon. And it'll probably also need, like, Waterfall and maybe Dive if that's a thing in Gen 3. I don't know if you need Dive, if it's optional or not, or if it's even in that generation at all. Alright, Pickle, that is yours, because you went ahead and moved that rock. Okay, now we fly to Pallet Town. And then Cinnabar. We want to try and very quickly get through the Pokemon Mansion. You need Dive, and it was the first gen to have it, I believe. Well, maybe we'll do what we do with Flash and have a temporary user on it, because, like, man, they have so many fucking HM moves for water types that you have to have. It's not fair. You have to run, like, 2 water types if you want a decent moveset on at least one of them. Hold on. Let's see if we can catch something here so we can use up these last 2 Pokeballs we've got. Oh boy, a tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. You only need to dive twice, though. Okay, yeah, so maybe we'll just find, like, a temporary diver. That way we don't have to completely load down our water types with HM moves. This is probably gonna one-hit KO you. Hey! It kept you just alive enough to paralyze you and then catch you. Why when I don't need you, but I just want to use up these last 2 Pokeballs I got. Just clear up a little space in my backpack. Never did go and catch that Abra I wanted to catch. Never even bothered catching an Abra in this one. I never bothered catching a lot of stuff in this run, to be perfectly honest, because I knew what I needed to get, and I knew I could get most of them early. Hey look, it's Tangela. The orange Pokemon, because it's based on Tangelos, right? That's how that works. It's a very moldy orange. Okay, Constrict is not a trapping move. Good to know. Gonna be like, Tangela, or Tangela if you prefer. Tangela can probably learn, like, most of the trapping moves, since a lot of them are just like Bind and Wrap and... Alright, now we paralyze you. Probably be better to put you to sleep, but I'm not swapping out just to put you to sleep. Oh no, it kicked out! Might as well throw a Great Ball. We can buy more of those later. Oh my god, it kicked out of that too. Gotta be honest, didn't see that coming. Wow. I'm having more trouble catching this Tangela than I did catching any of the fucking birds. Or Mewtwo! That still tickles me pink. Oh, man. I didn't even use the Master Ball. Son of of a bitch! What the hell is this thing's catch rate? -5? I got 2 great balls left, man. That's crazy. Right, do we have anything? Yeah. I can probably put it down in red. If I give it a quick pounding. I can pound it red. As long as I don't get a critical. There we go. Last great ball. And I swear to God, if you kick out of this... Oh my God! I have no Pokeballs left. I mean, I have the Master Ball. But that would be a goddamn waste. I can't believe this Tangela was such a pain in the ass. I just wanted to waste the last 2 Pokeballs and do it? No! No fucking way! I'm not wasting the Master Ball on a Tangela, okay? Maybe later I'll get some more Great Balls and maybe a couple Ultra Balls and I'll actually put it to sleep and... It's the rarest Pokemon in the game. No, fucking pretty sure Chansey is. Like in terms of spawn rate at least. Since you're guaranteed at least one of the legendaries. So I already have the rarest Pokemon. I don't know what its actual spawn rate is. I'm sure it's probably not particularly high. But like maybe I'll revenge catch it later. But I'll do it with Great Balls and Ultra Balls. What else am I gonna spend my fucking money on? Potions and shit. Hey look, it's our Squidney! We don't need you this time, Squidney. We chose the water starter. Surprised he didn't stop me to fight me. I mean, we can probably take this thing out with a quick attack. There, yep. I mean, that Tangela, though, just did not want to be caught. Noctowl has high HP, 77 at level 20. That's not bad. I think it has bad regular attack, though, doesn't it? Like, it's got good... Good might be overstating it. Probably got decent special attack, but bad physical attack. So it doesn't get a lot of use out of its actual flying type and normal type moves. This the guy with 6 Magikarps? Pointy attack and 38 special attack. That's not even decent special. That's pathetic. Oh wait, you're not talking base stats, you're talking stat total. Sorry. For a second I thought you meant that was their base stats for attack and special attack. I was gonna be like, those are fucking low. No, those are just like your actual stat numbers. Let's see. I'm sure it probably has access to Hypnosis, but does it get any other like psychic type moves like Confusion or Psychic or maybe, I don't know, anything to justify using its special attack? Hypnosis is good for putting shit to sleep for catching, obviously. So I don't begrudge you having a Noctowl for that purpose, but like if its moveset doesn't get any access to like special moves, I'm probably gonna pass on using a Noctowl. I might consider one on one of my teams if it gets something good, but if it doesn't... does get confusion at the low level of 41? That's like endgame! Well, I mean, at least the first Elite Four battle. And I bet it can learn Psychic via TM, but I think you still don't get access to that TM until Kanto, so you're fucked. It cannot. Oh, you're extra fucked, then. No Psychic. So if you want a flying Psychic type, you'll have to catch fucking Natu. And I bet its stats aren't much better. It will learn Dream Eater. Well, I guess that's something. You've got Hypnosis and Dream Eater, so that's not bad. It's not ideal, but it's not bad. Dream Eater's a powerful move, but you have to put them to sleep first, and then they wake the fuck up. And Hypnosis is only like, what, 75% accurate? Which means it only works 3 out of 4 times. And we all know in Pokemon, anything under 80 accuracy is basically 50-50 accuracy. Unless it's under 50-50. And then it's basically 0 accuracy. Let's get a little extra experience for our Tubi. I should go back to Red and at least evolve the Eevee we got there so we have a Flareon. 60 accuracy in Gen 2. But I have the secret plan, X accuracy. Does it also bypass all checks in Gen 2? Or does it just improve the accuracy like it's supposed to do? Yes? Okay. What generation does X accuracy stop just, like, making you bypass all checks? Third gen. Oh, so... Okay, that's a fair strategy. 1 X accuracy to guarantee sleep and then Dream Eater them to death. That's pretty powerful. I won't deny it. That's pretty powerful. Depending on what Noctowl's base special stat is. Well, special attack, because they'd split them at that point. You can also learn Nightmare. Really? Impressive. I don't know if you can use both Dream Eater and Nightmare, because, like, one kind of conflicts with the other. Dream Eater, like, wakes them up, and Nightmare requires them to stay asleep. Cloyster! I genuinely considered using a Cloyster in the first game. But Cloyster does not get a particularly great moveset. It would have access to Surf, Ice Beam, maybe Blizzard if I'd wanted to use it, and then I would have had no idea what its 4th move would have been, because everything else it gets is trash. So I went with Tentacruel instead. And I'm happy with my choice. We got the cool name Squidney out of it. Ah! Poliwhirl! I love Poliwhirl. I totally want to use a Politoad in Gen 2. Just so I can have, for a period of time, a Poliwhirl on my team. But I don't have to end up with Poliwrath, who I fucking hate. Noctowl has a special attack base stat of 76. Dream Eater does not wake up the target and Nightmare's damage over time. Oh! Did they change that? I thought Dream Eater, like, instantly woke them up from sleep. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong about that, and that's never been how it worked. No, we don't need Tail Whip. Yeah, pairing those two up is actually very powerful. And then you can have Fly, so you can have a Flyer. Is that your plan, to use Noctowl on your team for the rest of the game, or are you just saying, like, that as a strategy that you can run? It is now. So you just now decided you were going to keep Noctowl? You're not going to get much use out of its physical attack, but... eh. You got a decent strategy with your hypnosis, and having someone be able to put Pokemon to sleep for easier catching is always good. So it can help with catching. So I don't necessarily disagree. I still don't know if I'm going to use a Noctowl. If you get it to the level to learn Confusion, will you let it learn Confusion and give up one of your moves that are compatible with Hypnosis? I assume if you were going to, you'd probably give up Nightmare over Dream Eater. No, screw that. Confusion. Confusion at like level 40 something. Alright, okay. So we're out of Great Balls. It's fine. Don't really need any. Sell that nugget. There you are. You don't plan to catch anything in the mansion. Also, Geodude learned Self-Destruct at level 21 in Gen 2. I had it Magnitude twice and then explode against Miltank. I mean, in the original games, a Graveler is how I beat Miltank. Because it doesn't take that much damage from rollout. Never got a Golem because I couldn't trade, but I had that Graveler. Graveler and Furret. Those were two Pokemon that were on my team throughout the entire game. I actually, not that long ago, I posted the teams I used for each games that I played. Back then, when I first played that, because that was the first Pokemon game I ever played, I wasn't really aware what, like, good team composition was. I just thought that Pokemon that didn't need to evolve were going to be inherently stronger than Pokemon that needed time to evolve, so I used a lot of one-stage Pokemon in my Gen 2 team, like Gligar. Which is funny, because there's a lot of Pokemon in Gen 2 that don't evolve, that later get evolutions. Speaking of rollout, I just found the TM for it. You gonna use it? You gonna put it on somebody? Maybe your Geodude? Right. Let's see if we can find that key quick, fast, and in a goddamn hurry. Maybe I should buy some repels to make this not take as much time. Gonna swap to Pickle. Between Earthquake and Rock Slide, she should be able to deal with any poison and fire types we encounter. Although she's the lowest level, so Repel might not be as effective with her in the front. Spy, like, I don't know. Fuck it, let's just get as many as we can. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. That'll do, pig. That'll do. No. What, you're not gonna keep the Geodude on your team? Alright, let's pop that Repel. I can probably put the HMs away now. Make space in my inventory. Okay, now, I forget the exact path, but I do remember that we gotta talk to those statues to open up these doors. Hey, an escape rope. That'll help us get out of here. Geodude is staying, but it locks me in and I have Magnitude already. See, if it were me, I'd wait until my second game. That way I could trade my Geodude once it evolves into Graveler so I could get a Golem. In fact, I'll probably do that. I just made up my mind. I'm gonna use a Graveler in probably Silver, because that'll be the second Gen 2 game I play. Anyway, this old man has a level 14 Raichu in Gold. I mean, you can get Raichu at level 1. It only needs a stone to evolve. I don't recommend doing that, but you can do it. Huh, this one's still not open. Maybe I gotta go hit the switch a second time, or... I don't know, whatever. Sorry, we're not gonna get into a lot of battles here. I just... trying to get through this quickly. Trying to remember what to do. Okay, good. It is open now. Oh, but that one's closed, so... And that's closed, but that's like an exit. Alright, so I don't need to do anything on the first floor yet. Actually, I think the lowest level Raichu you can probably get is... maybe 3, depending on what the lowest level you can catch a Pikachu is. Because I know you can breed Pokemon in Gen 2, but I think by default, all bred Pokemon start at level 5. So I don't actually know if you can get a level 1 Raichu. So I might have been wrong about that. Not on purpose, of course, but... like, my point is, you can get a Raichu at any level... like, the earliest level you possibly can, if you just immediately evolve your Pikachu using a stone. It's not like in Gen 5, when you've got that asshole who uses a level 50 Hydreigon when it doesn't evolve into Hydreigon until like level 64. Which to this date is still the lowest, or the latest rather, evolution level for any Pokemon. Gen 5 introduced a lot of Pokemon with late evolving levels. Volcarona, I believe, has the latest evolution of a single evolutionary stage, like a Pokemon that can only evolve once. And Hydreigon has the latest evolutionary level for a 3-stage Pokemon, and also the latest overall. Like, if it were possible to catch a Muck in Gen 2, teach it the punch moves, and somehow carry that son of a bitch forward until Gen 4 at least, when those moves become physical, so they can scale off his much better attack stat, I would totally fucking use a Muck. I want to use a Muck so badly, but I need to wait until it gets a decent move pool to take advantage of its surprisingly high attack stat. Because I was looking at Pokemon when I was planning these initial teams, and I was checking stats and movesets, and I was like, them Pokemon have really good stats, but not so good movesets to back them up. Calcium. That's gotta be defense. Let's see. Who needs good defense? Special! Okay, so fuck me, right? Iron is defense, and I knew that because I'd said it earlier, and I was like, but calcium builds strong bones, and it's fine. Fine, it's fine. Special is still good on my Blastoise, because, you know, water-type moves. I was just about to type that. Fine! I don't care. Nobody cares. It's fine. Damn! Got a critical hit on that Ember. You already outsped me. Oh well, whatever. I used quick attack, which didn't do a lot of damage. Ah, but neither did strength. You can't roar me off the field. It's a Pokemon battle. Nightmare does 1/4 of the enemy's HP a turn. Holy crap, yeah. That combined with Dream Eater, that's a very powerful move. I'm not gonna lie. Yay! I figured there'd be an item there. And a max potion. So, max revive and a max potion. Worth grabbing. Okay, but I believe the switch is over here. Oh, there's another staircase, so I guess we'll go up here first. And, okay, there's a statue. I still need to go back and get Swift. I gotta remember to do that after I'm done here. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Oh, shit, I don't remember which one of these I have to fall down. Now I gotta fall down one of these paths. Magnemite. I don't get Dream Eater until Viridian City. Fuck. Oh, that's a shame. That does severely nerf your Noctowl for a while then, for like the first half of the game. Hypnosis and Nightmare is still a good combo, but that does really cripple your strategy for a good long while. Confusion it is! At least until you get Dream Eater. If you really put in the effort, you can get it like right before you take on the Elite Four. Oh my god, that's... Oh. They couldn't even have the decency to let you have Psychic at that level. Okay, I think first time I did that one and it was wrong, so I think I have to go this one? Seems correct. Seems correct enough. I'm on the road to Viridian City. Meet my friends along the way. We're about to run out of earthquakes. Electrode. We've already decided we're going to use Electrode in yellow. We're going to replace Pikachu with a Voltorb. We're going to keep Voltorb. And we're going to name it like the Orb or something like that, because we can ponder the Orb. It's a joke, but I'm committing to the bit with it. Maybe we'll name it Grapefruit, so we can say the Orb is a grapefruit. Just like something to go with that bit, because it's funny. And we'd need an electric type anyway. I mean, I guess we don't need an electric type. There are plenty of Pokemon that can learn electric moves. Hell, we had Tauros have Thunderbolt in the first game. But it's very useful to have an electric type. This is not the key, is it? Nope, Carbos. Which is speed. I remember that now. Alright, so who do I think could use some speed? Jolteon's already, like, insanely fast, so it probably doesn't need the speed boost. Hello Nurse is gonna be slow no matter what we do. So I guess the best options are probably either gonna be Whitney or Coral Reefer. Okay, let me check which one has higher speed. I'll give it to whichever one is 85. Whichever one is slower of the two. 82. Coral Reefer it is. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, this is that. This is that. I might do some off-stream stuff just to, like, take care of all the stuff that I kind of skipped past. Because I need to pick up some items and stuff. And I don't want to take up too much time. I don't want just, like, one stream where it's just me going through, trying to get all the stuff. Just like a cleanup stream, you know? I want to get through this one as quick as possible, so we can get started on the last of the Gen 1 handheld games, and that way we can get started on Stadium. Last earthquake! It's not gonna win and KO it. Oh, never mind, it did, because we got a critical hit. A full restore. Very useful. Okay, you probably have... Oh, you're not a scientist, so... If you've got fire types, if you're a burglar, you probably have fire types. So I still have Rock Slide. Fuck it, Umbreon time. You gonna get Umbreon? I want to, across the span of all the games, use every evolution at least once. I might use Flareon in Gen 4 when it actually has some decent options for its attack stat. Because Flareon has a good attack stat, but no good fire-type moves to use because its special attack is bad. It's not great. So then, once it gets access to stuff like Flare Blitz or Fire Fang, then it can be on the bandwagon for usage. We'll have to use Umbreon and Espeon for Colosseum. I mean, I guess technically we don't have to, but we start with them. So we're fucking gonna. They're good Pokemon to use in those games anyway. Oh, there's Blizzard. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and teach that to Hello Nurse. For some reason I thought we didn't get that until Seafoam Island. Yes, please. We'll get rid of Pound first. Gonna say get rid of Bubble Beam, but no. Still better to have Bubble Beam than Pound. Umbreon's a good Pokemon. It has some pretty good defenses. It's a great Pokemon to use as a Toxic Staller. That's right, I thought about switching out Bite on Coral Reaper for Dig so I could have another Ground-type move. Because Dig is stronger than Bite anyway, and Bite couldn't do anything against all the Ghost types I'm gonna have to fight. If Bite were Dark-type in this game, I'd keep it, but since it's a normal-type move, I might go ahead and replace Bite with Dig. 65 attack and 60 special attack, but it can learn Psychic. Well, it's not really meant to be an attacker, it's meant to be a defensive Pokemon. I mean, if you want an evolution that can learn Psychic, just wait until daytime and get an Espeon. At least you'll get Stab off it. Like, I get that it's based on a day-night cycle, but I never said you can't evolve it during the day if you want an Espeon instead. I mean, if you just want Umbreon, that's fine too. Like if you just want a Psychic-type user, and you're thinking, well, it's nighttime, so I can't get an Espeon now. You can play in the morning to evolve it. I don't have to worry about anything because I know you don't have any electric type moves. Isn't that funny? Be warned, Jolteon doesn't learn Thunderbolt, and there's no Thunderbolt TM. In Gen 2? I'm already using Jolteon. I've got it right now, where it does have Thunderbolt. See? Like, I'm using it right now with Thunderbolt. I'm not going to use it again in Gen 2. So if you evolve the Eevee, you get the Jolteon, you don't get Thundershock since it's over level 16 in Gen 2. Nuh-uh. What do you mean, nuh-uh? I'm using... He's right here! He's right here, and he has Thunderbolt! It's his second move! The fuck you mean, nuh-uh? Okay, so the EV you get for free in Goldenrod is over level 16. So if you evolve it, you won't get access to Thundershock, and it won't learn Thunderbolt naturally. Nuh-uh, that's a Ditto? It's not a fucking Ditto! Why would it be a Ditto? But like, I'm already using Jolteon, so I don't plan on using it again for Gen 2. The breeding place is like right outside Goldenrod though, right? Could you breed yourself a level 5 Eevee real quick? The Eevee you get in Gen 2 is level 20, and the first stab move the evolution gets is at level 16. Yeah, but like you said, you can catch a Ditto right outside by the daycare center, so can you just not like catch a Ditto and breed yourself an Eevee and then evolve it so it can get its thing? That's an option you have. You can do that. There's no rule in the Project Pokémon rule list that says you can't breed a Pokémon. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Breeding. But are you also breeding your Pokémon? Oh, that was silly. There you go, Whitney. EM22. Which one is that one? Now my bag is full again, so I have to get rid of something. Solar Beam! Very good move. But there's no sunlight in this generation to make good use of it. Yes, I'd smash more Pokemon than you realize. Hey, eventually we're gonna do, like, a Smash or Pass stream when the new generation comes out, and we're gonna have guests on. Dork Princess has already agreed, Vash has already agreed. You're more than welcome to come on too and do the Pokemon Smash or Pass with us. Should have put the coin case away. I should have put the HMs away. I've done a Smash or Pass before, but we've had 2 generations released since then. And when I did that one is during my very first 24-hour stream, and that stream, for whatever reason, had no fucking audio, so it never got uploaded. I never uploaded it to YouTube. I still have that video. It's like 50 fucking gigabytes long. I'll be the kinkiest one there. I highly fucking doubt it, actually. It's gonna be me, Dork, Vash, and you. Like, it's gonna be a fight to see who's the kinkiest. Fuck it, I think I can just leave this place easily, so we'll just toss the escape rope. I don't like doing it, but I need a spot open for the fucking key. And there's the key. Since I don't have to fight anything, as long as I keep using these repels. Dork has also actually done a Smasher Pass before, but that was 3 generations of Pokemon ago. Oh, right, I hit that switch. Damn it! I wish I'd put the HMs away. And I wouldn't have had to throw away that escape rope, and I could have just fucking pressed it. God damn it. So I gotta go hit that statue down here. That way it unlocks upstairs. Pain in my ass. If I just had the escape rope, this wouldn't be a problem. Now, it's a shame that my very first Smasher Pass never got really saved for prosperity. But there's a good chance that some of my opinions have changed since then anyway, so... Okay. Put the HMs away. We don't need them anymore. Everyone has an HM. All the ones I need. I'll clear up some space in my bag. Do you not have Dig? I definitely have Dig, I just haven't actually used it yet. I'd forget what number it is. One. 5. Should have done that in numerical order, but whatever. 2. 3. 4. Nope, not that one. 4. There we go. That clears up at least 5 spots. Now I don't want to do. You need that PP up eventually. In fact, I should get it out now and use it on Blizzard. And I'll have to figure out which one of those TMs I've got stored is Dig. I keep meaning to do it, I just kept forgetting to do it. Blizzard. There we go. Since it got, like, what, an accuracy 90? That makes it a very useful move to have. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna look up which TM Dig is. That way I just know which one to grab. I might also take a second to go pee before the gym. Ah, damn it, my phone's locked up. I hate it when it does this. Respond, damn you! My guess is 28. Well, I'll double check. You know what? I'll just look this up as because I gotta go pee. Hello, I'm back. It is in fact 28. So, we'll just grab that. Oh, looks like my sound alerts had to reload. You see the little text on the screen there. Oh, there it is, 28. Is there anything else I want to grab? Alright, I should be fine for now. Should be fine. Ah! Right, well, that played and it didn't double, so thankfully when it reloaded fine. I was right! You were right, like what? This is gonna scare him? Or, oh, you were right about, dig. Yes, that too. We're just going ahead and replace bite with dig. So bite goes from a normal type move, which is physical, to a dark type move, which until the special split makes it a special move. Then it goes back to a physical move. That's kind of funny if you think about it. Oh, you know what? Since we're here, we might as well have our fossil Pokemon restored. Did we ever even find an old Amber in Red? How do you get old Amber to get Aerodactyl? I can't recall. Not that I'm going to use an Aerodactyl, because they have garbage movesets in this generation. But I don't even remember if I ever found an old Amber. There it is. Helix Fossil. Which probably means we'll need to store a Pokemon. Pause it. Alright, since you're our water type and we're getting a water type, we'll pick you back up in a second. Depositing our starter. Dix! I don't think we get Old Amber from Dix. Old Amber is in Pewter. Oh. Raichu for Electrode? No, thank you. Venonat. Tangela. That'd be one way to get the Tangela that I missed. I wonder if I should just go grab the Old Amber just so I have an Aerodactyl. You the one who revived shit? Is that Metronome? I put away the secret key. Yes, it is. I think Chansey can learn that. Yep. Probably not gonna use it, though. Metronome is too random. I see you've changed the pin message bash. Oh, I didn't even see what he said. He said something for Seal, right? Ponyta! I didn't even see a Ponyta. Well, I did, but it was a trainer's Ponyta. We never caught one. Okay. Yeah, this guy, like, I guess had an accent based on the way his wording was typed, but I'm not comfortable with trying to assess the accent they're implying he has. No, not an egg. I gave him a fossil. He's not hatching out of an egg. He's being revived from a fossil. Difference. You don't get eggs until Gen 2. Alright, we need a name for this Ammonite. Who's got a good name for it? Maverick recreating Jurassic Park. Well, that worked out, right? They made millions off of those movies. Possibly billions. Oh my god! Is that the name? I approve. Ammonite to Amistar to Amagod. Oh my god! Oh my god! Alright. We'll just go fly to Pewter, grab that old Amber, and just revive Aerodactyl real quick. We still got plenty of time to beat Blaine today. We gotta put Ammonite away, though. Or oh my god, as it is. I'd love to use some fossil Pokemon in some of my playthroughs, too. Like, the whole point of this is so I can use Pokemon that I don't normally get to use. Not Hello Nurse. And for a lot of games, you don't get fossil Pokemon until kind of too late in the game to really make use of them. In Gen 5, you get them somewhat mid-game. That's better. But, even though... What was his name? Boy Crush, my Tortuga Boy Crush in my Gen 5 Nuzlocke was a godsend after we lost Odette, my Swanna. Like, Paracosta, the turtle Pokemon, is not really great as a Pokemon. Why did I fly to here when I was supposed to go to Pewter? Although, what is the flyer's name? Archeops? Odette. Yeah, Odette was Odette. Archeops is actually a pretty good Pokemon, so we might use that one on one of the Gen 5 teams. And you can get fossil Pokemon really early in Gen 6, because I got lucky and found an old Amber on my Pokemon Y playthrough when I actually played it. Not a stream, of course, but like when I actually played it back in the day. And Aerodactyl was on my team basically from beginning to end. It was my Pokemon that could Mega Evolve. Aha! We might do another Nuzlocke someday, but it'll certainly have to wait until after Project Pokémon is over. Weird that Cinnabar is not, like, at the bottom of the thing. Alright, now, get this Aerodactyl revived. Yeah, Aerodactyl was my, was one on my team for that game. It wasn't my main flyer. Hold on. There we go. I didn't want the game to overtake this. You know, you're not supposed to actually do that. The reason I made that so expensive is so people wouldn't do it. But thank you for the 1,000 bits, Vash. Yeah, in Gen 6, I actually dropped off my starter. Which is funny, because the Gen 6 starters are actually all pretty good overall. What the fuck did he move sideways like that for? Accidentally clicked A instead of B when I'm supposed to be clicking B because that's A and A is B. Worth it. Glad you think so. This is like the third time you've done that. Might have to add another fucking 0 to that to get it to stop. No? The whole point is that's supposed to be too expensive for people to want to do. I wouldn't dare deprive of fun. Okay, I probably wouldn't add an extra 0. Innocent fun. I don't know how innocent it is. Alright, what do we got for Aerodactyl? Batman! THREE Nuzzle, ooh. You know, actually what's funny is that, you know, that little version of that meme is the voice actor for Angel Dust from the pilot of Has Been Hotel, which was done during a Honeycast. And that's where I got that audio from. Well, somebody remixed it, and I got the audio there. But then, recently, the host of the Honeycast, Ashley Nichols, the voice of Zooble from Amazing Digital Circuits and a couple other things, did the thing himself. And you better fucking believe somebody remixed that shit. So maybe I could either update it to have the Ashley Nichols version, or I could have both Ashley and Michael Kovach's versions on there. Michael Kovach being the one who's doing that version of it. So we could have, like, Angel and... I want to say Zooble, but they, that's her pronoun, so I'll swap back and forth between them. Ashley doesn't really use the Zooble voice for that. Angel Dust for the win. As far as I know, the current voice of Angel Dust, Blake Roman, has never done the ooh-woo thingy. So... Wing attack and agility. Bitch is level 30 and got 2 moves! Well, we about to fix that shit. I don't know what 2 TMs we're gonna pop on this bitch, but we're gonna pop some TMs on this motherfucker just so it has a full move set. Also, partially to clear up my computer. I do love Angel Dust. Anyone who knows anything about me knows I love Angel Dust. Just gonna grab a couple TMs, see which ones we can teach. Oh, we don't have any space left. Certainly we'll have at least 2 that it can learn that we don't mind giving up. Okay, speaking of TMs though, I need to go get Swift. I should do that before I fight Blaine. But I don't want to run out of time to fight him today. We still have plenty of time to beat him. We still gotta get through his whole ass gym. Skull Bash. Can you learn Skull Bash, Aerodactyl? No, you fucking can't. Don't think you can learn Solar Beam. I doubt you can learn Metronome. It'd be interesting if you could learn Tri-Attack. No Horn Drill. Okay, you should be able to learn Double Edge. There you go, you got Double Edge. Counter. I think anything can learn counter. Nope, apparently not. All that, we only grabbed one thing that fucking Aerodactyl can learn. So we put all these ones away. While I'm doing this, can someone figure out exactly what person on what floor of the Sylph Company building I have to talk to get Swift? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to teach that to my Firo. And replace Takedown. If you like. If not, I can look it up myself later. Just, that way I don't spend too much time just talking to literally everybody. Researcher floor 5. Thank you. Okay, so anything after those I can still pick up. There should still be one more TM in here this thing can learn. See, when abilities get introduced, Double Edge will actually be a very good move on Aerodactyl, because it can get Rockhead, which increases the power of self-damage moves, but stops them from causing self-damage. So that's not actually a bad move for Aerodactyl in anything post-Gen 3. Double Team is good, but that might actually be something we want to save. Just Water Gun. If Aerodactyl can fucking learn Water Gun, I would have actually thrown a fit. Seismic Toss. I know it can learn Rest. It's already got Agility. So... and Self-Destruct. Well... fuck it. It's keeping those moves. I'll only have 3. Sure, I could learn one of those HMs, but I'm not pulling those bitches out. I got them in a nice order. And we'll put that secret key away. We'll very quickly go get Swift. Then take on Blaine's gym. Now we need to get my Blastoise out of storage. Hello, my friend. Okay. Go to Sylph Company, find Swift, Researcher, 5th floor. Saffron is at the fucking bottom? What do they expect you to fight that bitch last? Alright, 5th floor. So, this is floor 1. A researcher on the 5th floor. I've got an elevator, right? I'll just take it to the 5th floor instead of climbing all the goddamn stairs. As long as there's no hidden rooms on the 5th floor. That I can only reach, like, via teleportation. Alright, let's see here. We're just gonna kind of scan and talk to anyone we find who looks like a researcher. You don't look like a researcher, but we'll talk to you when we get to you. This is where we found the key, right? I should remember that when we get to yellow. 5th floor towards the bottom. Oh my fucking god. Really? I'm guessing that's the researcher too, but I put the card key away because I didn't think I fucking need it anymore. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna rage vomit. Let's go get the fucking key then. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Just unlock all the doors. Team Rocket's gone. You could have just opened all the doors. Alright, do I still have the secret key on me? I do, but I still need to open the gym, so I can't get rid of it yet. So, I want to do that and then have to fucking get it out when I get back there. I don't know, though. If we're gonna have the Pokemon Smasher Pass with, like, 4 people for the entire thing, that's gonna be, like, I don't know, a 6-hour session, probably. Just depending on how many debates people get into. Oh, right, I think I just talked to the door. The one fucking thing you don't need to use from the goddamn bag. Okay. Was that not the right guy? Or does he not give me the TM after I drive off Team Rocket? Because I didn't see anyone else on this floor. If I miss Swift, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be extremely pissed, actually. If he won't give me Swift anymore. If I can't get Swift because I've already driven off Rocket and I didn't grab it beforehand. He's the only fucking guy on the 5th floor! Oh my god, dude. I'm so mad. I'm so mad! I'm so mad! Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Just keep takedown on Firo. Not a good move, but it's got some power behind it and at least get stab off it. If I was gonna use that, I should have just given it double edge. But I thought I was gonna be replacing it with Swift. So, I already gave double edge to Aerodactyl, and I'm pretty sure I can't buy another double edge. I think I can buy another takedown, but I don't think I can buy another double edge. So maybe I'll just go buy fucking Hyper Beam again. And replace it with Hyper Beam. Gotta remember which one Hyper Beam is. And just use stab boosted Hyper Beam with X accuracy and boosted attack power. What am I doing? That's not the fucking market. A different website said it's on the lookout tower on Route 12. Okay, well, let me go check that then. Which fucking one is Route 12? I never grabbed the goddamn map. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3... I can't remember which one is 12. between Lavender Town and Route 13. My guess is that means going down from where the Snorlax is. So I might have to wake up that Snorlax. Below Lavender. Okay. We might have to wake up that Snorlax. We can buy Great Balls here. We'll buy some Great Balls. If not, we'll pick up some Ultra Balls or something first. Oh my god, I can't fucking believe this. We're gonna go late today. We're gonna go fucking late today so I can deal with beating Blaine and getting Swift. Maybe I should have just decided to get this off stream, but I wanted to have it before I fought Blaine, so fuck me, right? Fuck my life for wanting to do something on stream so you guys could see it done. I don't know if we have to fight Snorlax, but we might have to fight Snorlax. If it's in here, then we should be fine. As long as it's not related to having a certain number of Pokemon, then I'll be pissed. Ah, there it is. Okay, good. We didn't even need to fight the Snorlax. We don't need to rock Hyper Beam. As cool as that would be, as useful as it was. Alright, easy peasy. Now, let's go take on that fucking gym. Rest up. Do I need to grab anything? I need to put those things away, but I can do that later. I'm probably gonna do some stuff off stream just to like pick up some stuff here and there. Oh, I don't have to waste any time on stream for that. That way, if we're lucky, next stream might be the final stream. Because we can fight Giovanni, and we can get through Victory Road and fight the Elite Four and the champion, and possibly catch Mewtwo. So I might go deal with, like, picking up Thunder off stream, going through that route that I missed, because I'm pretty sure there's a PP up there, and I definitely want to get that for Thunder. But it's okay. We're fighting. We're finally in the gym. We can't avoid fighting any of these assholes because we got to beat them to get to the fucking guy. But it's fine. It shouldn't take too long to get to him and beat him. We're probably gonna have to go a little bit long, but it's okay because we got everything done that we wanted to get done today. And it's okay that we wasted a little bit of time at Silphco when we didn't need to, because it really didn't ultimately cost us much in the long run. I'm still gonna try and catch Articuno and Zapdos, but I'll probably do that off stream. Because you've already seen me catch them. I need to go at least pick up Thunder from the power plant. Just answer me the questions right, and you don't have to fight. Questions? They didn't ask questions! Damn your quick attack. The machine's in the corner? What? Oh. Caterpie does not evolve into Butterfree. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. So it's a bullshit question, so I'm just gonna fight these guys. Never knew that. Don't know if I ever knew that. Been playing these games for 30 years and don't think I ever fucking knew that. You learn something new every day. But I want the experience. Because we're definitely gonna be underleveled for the Elite Four to begin with. So we'll definitely want to get as much experience as possible in between that. Like, while Caterpie does eventually end up as Butterfree, Caterpie does not evolve into Butterfree. Caterpie evolves into Metapod, who then evolves into Butterfree. So that was a bullshit question. I got the answer right, but the game recognized it as wrong. The semantics of the situation are on my side. Alright, let's see if I can still fight this guy, though. Okay, cool, I still can. Oh yay, I just caught Lapras! Fuck! That's a good Pokemon! That early in the game? God damn. I know that Gold and Silver have a calendar-based system. So that, like, some Pokemon only spawn at certain times of day on certain days. If any of the ones I want to use end up being on certain days, I'll either have to stream on those certain days so I can catch them on stream, or I'll have to catch them off stream. I'm not adverse to doing either of those things. There's so many good options for water types. Obviously, I'll use a Lapras eventually. But, like, water types are the most common, and there's a lot of cool water types that I want to eventually use, and I don't even know if there's enough fucking games to cover them all. Lapras is in Union Cave, bottom floor, on Fridays. Well, then I don't need to move days, at least. Like, that's super nerd. No, there are less fire types in this generation than there are poison types. And yet somehow they managed to fill the fire type gym with fire types, but they filled the poison type gym with psychic types! Technically, Poliwag only evolves 2 times. Poliwag evolves once into Poliwhirl, and then you can evolve it again into Poliwrath. In Gen 2, Poliwhirl can evolve into Politoed instead via trading while holding a King's Rock. But that's still only 2 evolutions. Yeah, it's fucking right. Fucking right, I'm correct. I can't believe that fucking first one, like, the actual question is wrong. Because Caterpie does not evolve into Butterfree. I will harp on that for the entire rest of stream. Critical hit. No, it ends up evolving into Butterfree. That's not even correct. Because there's no such thing as a Butterfree. Are Thunder moves effective against ground element type Pokemon? Okay. Well, first of all, called the Electric type, not the Thunder type. No. Because they're immune to them. Ground type moves are immune to Electric type moves, which would include Thunder. So... You know what else there's no such thing as? My dad! Reminds me of Muscle Man from regular show, except he always goes, my mom! Rapidash! We'll use a Rapidash in Gen 4 because we'll fucking have to. We won't have a fucking goddamn choice. It's literally our only options in Diamond and Pearl for a fire type because we can't use the fire type starter until Platinum. So the game where we actually have more fire types available is the game where we get to use the fire type starter. It's dumb. My rules, but it's dumb. So, at least one game for Diamond and Pearl will use Rapidash. And when the other one, we just won't have a fucking fire type. We'll have to settle for trying to learn fire type moves on something that's not a fire type. Don't know yet? We'll figure that out when we get there. Not trying to plan too far ahead. That question was a little vague. I could have seen it working either way, but like just because they're the same like type and level doesn't mean they're the same Pokemon. You can have two level 30 grass Pokemon that are not both Execute or some shit. Luxray can learn Fire Fang, I believe. Well, pretty sure we plan on using a Luxray, so... I'll have to see what other Gen 4 Pokemon can learn Fire-type moves. Find the Gen 4, the first two games at least, Diamond and Pearl, so incredibly frustrating to play in this day and age. Because they introduced so many Pokemon that you could only get post-game. It's like they learned fucking nothing from Gen 2! A lot of those evolutions are Gen 2 Pokemon, surprisingly. Like, I was pointing it kind of out earlier, but like, Gligar gets an evolution, Sneasel gets an evolution, Mischievous gets an evolution, Swinub and Peloswine get an evolution, Apom gets an evolution. Fuck, you could make a whole team out of Gen 2 Pokemon that get an evolution in Gen 4. Yanma gets an evolution to Yanmega. Murkrow. Fuck, that's 7 Pokemon. You could fill up more than a whole team. You could make a whole team of Pokemon that only have one stage in Gen 1 that get an evolution in Gen 4. Like, Piloswine and gets Mamoswine. It's probably not exactly correct. Swinub. Swinub into Peloswine into Mamoswine. There it is. I got it. I connected the dots eventually. So that's a 3-stage one. But you could still do Apom into Ambipom, Murkrow into whatever the fuck its evolved form is called, which escaped me at the moment. Honchkrow, Mischievous into Mismagius, Sneasel into Weavile, Gligar into Gliscor, and Yanma into Yanmega. You could just do a whole fucking Gen 2 team that gets Gen 4 evolutions. I'm not gonna do that, probably. But it would be very funny. That's not even a move, so... I don't know... I think 28 was dig, right? But there's no move as Tombstoner. This isn't professional wrestling. I'm not about to fight the goddamn Undertaker. Why is Blaine an old fat guy? Alright, let's go out and rest up real quick. Music's so choppy today for some reason. Rest up and we'll blaze through him. Get it? Blaze? Because he's a fire type trainer. And then we'll be done. We'll be done for today. And then next week should be the final stream of Pokemon Blue. Unless I decide to take a week off to finish doing all the grinding stuff I need. I don't know. But the next session should be the final session. We're just gonna sweep you with our Blastoise. Let's go, Coral Reaper! I don't have burn heal, I have full heals. They're even better than burn heals. Now, I might be misremembering, but I believe Weezing can learn Flamethrower in Gen 4. And I think Stunky learns Flamethrower by level up. So I could use one of those two in Gen 4, if possible. I'll have to double check that. I've definitely fought a Weezing that had Flamethrower on it before, because it was like one of those, Battle Tower situations, whatever they called it in that generation. Battle Plateau, Battle Frontier, Battle Who Gives a Fuck. I just call them all Battle Towers. And I was... Oh, Skull Bash. Look at that. Nope. Do not take Skull Bash. And I was going up against only poison types with my steel type, because, like, this should be easy. Their steel type moves won't even hit me. Their poison type moves won't even affect me, because steel is immune to poison. And then it fucking used Flamethrower. It's like, oh shit! Somebody came prepared. I might get rid of Withdrawal. I don't know what I'd replace it with yet, but... Damn, Arcanine is cool. I do want to use one in gold. I want to use one in gold. I've mentioned it several times. It's one of the few plans I've actually made. Really? Roar? This is a trainer battle, dickhead! There we go. Never even need to switch out my Blastoise for any of the gym. Oh, key dokey! We didn't actually even have to go that much over! Fire Blast! We might put that on Chansey, or we might keep Minimize. Still need to go get Thunder. We've got Psychic, Blizzard, Minimize, and Bubble Beam on Chansey right now. I want to put Thunder on Chansey. But maybe we could Fire Blast on somebody else. Who all can learn on the team? Just Nino, Queen, and Chansey. Let's see, if I put it on Nidoqueen, I couldn't replace Strength. I don't want to replace Toxic, I just gave it that. I don't want to replace Earthquake or Rock Slide. Fuck. Okay, so the only one I can put it on is Chansey, and then I had to definitely get rid of Minimize, so I probably won't have Fire Blast. Sorry, guys. There's just not enough for Fire types to do to justify getting rid of Toxic, because that's the move I'd have to get rid of. I can't get rid of Strength, and I'm not getting rid of Earthquake or Rock Slide. Okay.
I wonder how long it would take to go through Giovanni's gym.
I'm tempted to just, like, go straight through it. I'm not gonna. But I bet it would take less than 20 minutes. But, yeah, we need to go pick up Thunder. We might look at what other moves I can teach Coral Reefer to replace Withdraw, because it's not that useful. I never fucking use it. We got Swift. Pickle's whole moveset is basically HM or TM moves. Hello Nurses would be too if I, actually got rid of Minimize, but Minimize is very useful. Vantai, we didn't get to use Vantai much today, but she's already got all of her stuff. Look at that. Cut, Body Slam, Razor Leaf, Sleep Powder. That's a decent enough moveset in the first gen. And 2V, who's got a lot of fucking electric type moves, but you know what? He doesn't really need much more than that. He's got Quick Attack, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, and Thunder Shock. Okay, so I believe that will do for today. I'm gonna do a ton of shit off stream just to like finish some stuff up. Well, once I hatch my egg, I'll have 5 of my team members. For your permanent team, what team are you running? Do you know who your 6th member is going to be yet? Let me go. Hold on. Hello, everybody. We didn't actually have to go that far over today, so that's good. Yeah, I'm going to have to take care of a bunch of shit before our next stream. Finish fighting off some trainers that we never got to. Go through Seafoam Islands and the power plant. You guys already saw me do that in the first game, so we're not really missing out on much there. I'll catch Articuno and Zapdos. We'll go through Giovanni, then Victory Road, then the Elite Four, and then Mewtwo. So the next time I stream should be the finale for Pokemon Blue. Now, in theory, that should be next week, and I have every intention of it being next week, but if it takes me longer because I don't have as much time to finish off all the stuff, we might postpone like 1 week and then do it the next week after. But right now, the current plan is I plan to do it next week. If I don't get everything done I need to before then we'll just postpone it 1 week. No idea who my last member is going to be. My team is Noctowl, Graveler, Bayleaf, Chinchou, and one of the Evolutions. Well, if you've got Chinchou, you don't need Jolteon. You said Umbreon earlier, but maybe you'll get Espeon instead. Chinchou is a... We were talking about Chinchou, like, just on Wednesday, right? It can't learn Thunderbolt or something. That's a shame, because I do kind of want to use one for the convenience of having... You only beat 3 gyms today? Slowpoke. I am not a Slowpoke. I'm at least a slow bro. It learns Spark. It doesn't even learn Discharge? Or is Discharge not a move until like Gen 4 or some shit? I don't know. We were talking about it. It's like it's a shame it doesn't get Thunderbolt, but I do think I might use one just for the sake of having an electric and water type in the same slot. Discharge doesn't exist yet. Oh, fuck wagons. Oh well. Anyway. I can already surf. Awesome. What gym does it take to beat that one then? I assume you're at least 4 gyms in by now, obviously. I'm just looking who's on that we can raid today. 4 badges. Yep, that's what I figured. So I guess the 4th badge lets you surf. That means if you trade something with surf to your next game, you can surf early, because I don't remember when you get surf. I know you have to surf to get to fighting type gym because it's on that little island or whatever. But I don't remember when you actually get the TM for Surf. Again, I haven't really been planning too far ahead. You get Surf in the same town as the gym. What? You mean the fourth town gym, Morty? You told me Morty was the fourth gym, so you get Surf in that town? Yeah, I guess that's not very. You can't really do it early then. If you get it in the exact same town, then no, that's not early. So no early surfing. You'll get access to Surf as soon as you can use it. So no sequence breaking like we did with Cut. Suzu was online. Suzu, it's Suzuka, is someone who I've rated before, but she had a name change. Back then, she was Ruru Draws, and that's when I rated her. She recently changed her name to It's Suzuka. Some people still call her Ruru, or Woo Woo, as some people know her. Mic off. Okay, she's actually doing an art stream. It's pretty late for her, but she does sometimes do late streams. I think we'll probably go ahead and raid her, but let me just check all my other options. She's doing a mic off art stream, so she won't be able to, like, say hi to us. But it's fine, because she can probably type in chat. I mean, she's locking in for something. Whoa, she's got like a new model. I haven't seen it yet. Look at it right now. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna raid into Suzu. So let me set that up. There's our raid message. Thank you everyone who stopped by today. Super appreciate it. I'll see you again tomorrow for some more Atelier Sophie, because I don't know when I'm gonna beat that one. I feel like I've got to be halfway through by now. We did just get Flocta into her doll body, but she hasn't joined the team yet. I assume she's going to join the team at some point. It'd be great if that happens tomorrow, but I have to figure we've at least hit the halfway point of that game. Oh, look at that. And Suzu's the very first one on the recommended list of raid targets. Very rare that Twitch actually gets that right for me. Ha ha! Alright, we're gonna say hi to Suzu. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. And then I gotta find some time over the coming week to take care of all the rest of the Pokemon shit I gotta do for Blue to get all my other stuff. That way we can just fight Giovanni, go through Victory Road, beat the Elite Four, catch Mewtwo. Okay, starting the raid. Hey, it's been really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. For now, it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay, 'cause we'll see you really soon, I know. Really soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now. By the way, Raven, I think your team could use a fire type. Goodbye!